this is my GE Profile refrigerator, and it's not making ice or water right now. I think it's something, but this is the model number of it, PS26LSRBSS. It has another part number for the part that I need to get. And right now what's happening when I push for the water, as you can see, there's no ice in there also. It's not making ice. So, and that's because the water's not coming up in it right now. So when I push the water, as you will see, there would be no water that comes out. Okay, but what it does do is leak from the bottom of the refrigerator when I push it. So I'm gonna go around the back and take the cover off so we can see what we need to replace on this refrigerator to fix this issue. Okay, I am now behind the refrigerator. I have access to the back of the refrigerator. I'm going to have to remove these screws from this plate here. I want to take this plate off so it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing a screw down there. 6, 7, and 8 screws, and I may have to take these screws off. These screws are going to be like a 5/16 socket, so I have a drill to take the 5/16 off, and these will be a quarter socket to take off if you need to. So let me take off these 7 screws right here on the thing, and then we'll see if we need to take off the other one. I had 6 screws down there, so now I do need to remove this plate off of here. So I'm gonna remove all these screws in here with the quarter socket drive. Remove those screws, and then I'll be able to get this plate completely off, okay? So remove those screws. Okay, these are the sockets that I'm using. As you can see, a 5/16 right here, and a quarter socket. 1/4 socket is what I'm using for those small screws, okay? So those are sockets that you want to use. Okay, when you remove that cover, it's going to give you access to the motherboard for the refrigerator. Be sure to not touch nothing on that motherboard while it's plugged in. You want to unplug the refrigerator so you won't have no power going to it. Okay, now I'm going to remove this by pulling up on it, and now I have access to the refrigerator. Look at that. It's pretty yeah, it is what it is, as they say. But now I have access to my inlet. Let me put this down so I can get down there so you can see what I see. We want to make sure when we put this cover back on that this right here, we put that up in here and put the screw in there so it can ground itself, okay? So we want to make sure we do that when we get to that part. I'm going to do it again just to show you. But let me put this cover over here. Now this is the inlet right here, the water valve inlet. So I need to remove this one screw right here, and that'll take this out to where I can have access to unscrew this water line and replace it. I have the piece. Hopefully it's the right piece. I ordered this piece off of Amazon. I'm gonna put the link in the description. This is what it should look like for $20. So this could be a $20 fix if this is your issue. So let me let you see how it leaks, or see what happened when we push that valve. I haven't unplugged it yet, but I'm about to unplug it after I show you this test, okay? I'm gonna push the water valve on the front and then see what happens on the back. Go ahead and push it. Oh, where's that water leaking from? You got a leak. Okay, you can stop. It looks like it's leaking down there somewhere, so I need to unplug it and see where that's leaking from. Okay, I'm gonna unplug the I'll call you back in just a minute, okay?
So should I stay downstairs?
Well,
I was upstairs.
yeah, just give me a second. Just give me a second so I can see where this is leaking from. Okay, I'm gonna pull off this one thing. Okay, right now I'm going to take this bracket off with the quarter drive. Okay. Now I should be able to pull this out and see more what's going on. Oh, that hose is broken. That's what's going on. The hose is messed up. Okay. So it's not the relay. All right, I might have to replace that hose. Okay, you see that hose that's hanging? That's not going nowhere. It goes to this piece here. And that piece went, move this cord out the way. That piece went in here at that point, and I just had to push and pull this out. So now I'm gonna go to the hardware store, see if I can just find a piece that can connect these pieces back together, maybe get a new line to make it a little bit longer and put it back in and see if it works. I'm going to give you a heads up. Like I said, this was the tube that came out of my refrigerator, which is a polyurethane tube. And this is what you need for the pressure. The guy at the Home Depot sold me this tube in here that was 5/16 outer and 3/16 inner diameter. This will burst on you during water pressure. Maybe not immediately, but eventually this type of tubing will burst on you. So you do not want to get anything like this. You want to make sure that you get the polyurethane tubing, and you need like a straight connection, shark bit coupler, if that's what's your issue. You know, they have other couplers you can buy. I'll put that in the description off of Amazon. I paid 99 cents for the foot at my local hardware store versus the big Home Depot. You may want to try your local hardware store. They tend to have more stuff that's for this type of thing if you don't want to wait for Amazon. And they had the Shark Bite coupler, the 5/16. And like I said, I'll put those in the description, you know, to buy. Okay, so let's put this together and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna take my Shark Bite connector and my tubing and just push it in and lock. Now I'm gonna go to the refrigerator and push this in on the other side and then cut off what I need with one of these cutters here. And we should be good to go after we do that, okay? So let me go behind the refrigerator, push this into the other part, and cut it. Okay, I have the push connect fitting connected. I pushed the tube into the water inlet valve. So now let me test the water before I hook everything up back to it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to plug it in to test that out. I'm gonna push the water valve and see if it leaks. Go ahead and push it. No leaks, that's a good thing. Water's coming out.
Yep.
Okay, so that was my fix.
I got a cup full, I gotta stop.
Okay, that's cool. So now I just need to put everything back together. I want to show you the water coming out the thing where it wasn't coming. So now I have my water coming out where it wasn't coming before, so that's good. So I'm gonna put it back on ice cube, and then hopefully it'll make ice cubes later on for me today. So let me go ahead and put those covers and everything back together. Okay, the water inlet valve, I'm gonna hook it up into this little hole right here. Push this in here, hook it up to this hole, right up in there, and then put the screw in. I guess this runs through there. So yeah, let me put that in there and put the screw in, and we should be good to go, okay? Put the screw in right here. Okay, Okay, I screwed back in the water inlet valve. Now, if this is what you need to replace, this is where you go to replace it if that's the issue with your particular reason why you don't get any water. But that wasn't mine. I had a broken line. So this will show you how to change that for the most part. You just have to take off the connections and put on a new connection and then replace it with the part number that I'll give you. So now I'm going to put this cover back on here with this going down here. So what I'm going to do is put the camera on the tripod and show you how we need to put this screw, get this up here to screw when we screw it in so it'll connect and ground. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the screw in this plate here, get it in here, and then put the screw onto this lug here, and then pull it up to the place here, and then screw it in, and then screw in the rest of them. Okay, so I got that in. Now I'm gonna just put in all the other screws and screw them in. Okay, I got all the screws kind of hand tightened to make sure that it lines up. And now I'm gonna go with my drill and tighten everything up back on the refrigerator. So I know that they all line up, and it's all good. Then I just have to put the other cover on, and then after I put the other cover on, I can push this back in place and we should be good to go. Okay, so let me get the other looking at how much dust is on this right here. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and vacuum some of this off. Might as well put my back here. So that's what I'm gonna do, vacuum this off. Okay, it's vacuumed out about as good as I can get it, so that's better than nothing. So let me get the cover and put the cover on now. Okay, here's the cover to be put back on. You may want to wipe it down, get all that dust off of it too. Might as well, since you're doing it. And then you put it back on, kind of go in at an angle to have these hook up to the bottom. Go in at an angle, slide that in. Get it to slide in on all three. Make sure your cords, I don't know if you see my cords, make sure that they are not getting pinched. Put them up in the position, and then get your screws. Get this one in over here, and then get your screws and put your screws in. Okay. I guess I should, this screw right here I need to take out and put it in again because it's going to be in the way. So you leave this screw out so you don't do like me. This screw could have to come out. Okay, so I need to pull that screw out. This screw right here. Okay, with your plate in place, and make sure your hose over here and stuff is not going to get pinched when you tighten it up, and it's out the way. Go ahead and take your hardware and just hand tight, put them in hand tight, and then we'll tighten them down. So let's get them hand tight in the areas that we need to put them back in. Okay, again, these are going to be your quarter socket to put in. So you put that in, and then we're going to have to put the 5/16 back on to get all the other ones around and tighten those up. Okay, so put the 5/16 socket on and tighten up the other one. Okay, the job is done. So if you have a leak under your refrigerator, like water coming out, chances are it's going to be that inlet valve that I just pulled out. So if you have a water valve inlet issue, that's what it's going to be. And I didn't have to turn the water off from the inside of the house, unfortunately. So when you're replacing that, you may want to turn the water off from the inside of your house, underneath the sink or behind your refrigerator, wherever it's at. the main shutoff valve to your refrigerator water line. Okay, so there you go. I'm gonna push it back in place, and it's pretty much a done deal. Now when you're pushing it back in place, make sure your water line is off the way so you don't crush it. So I'm gonna pull my water line up here for now so I do not accidentally crush my water line. So now I can push it back into place. Okay, this is the ice maker. We need to make that ice. As you can see, it's not no ice in the ice bin. I turned the, like here's an on and off button. I turned it on and turned it off. I had it on 24 hours last night, over last night, and it still didn't make no ice, so I reset that, I guess, by turning it on and off. I pushed for quick ice. I ran a little water, and now I'm gonna see what happened. It's about approximately 5:20 a.m. So let's see if I get some ice anytime soon. Okay, the quick ice did not develop any ice. So what I did was I unplugged the refrigerator, thawed it out, and as you can see, there's zero ice in here at all. And I have it set right now. I have the ice maker turned on. So what I'm going to do is put it in quick mode one more time. Water dripping from there for a minute to defrost it. Everything's out. So now I have this in quick ice, crush, and the water still works, which is a good thing, which is what we wanted. So let's see if we can get some ice out of it, and then we'll be done. My ice maker has not made any ice. That green light is just blinking back there, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with this ice maker on another video. So that's the end of this video, so I hope it helped you. Good luck. And I'll put the next video on once I get my ice maker working. So have a good day, like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.